help you bring that shiny brightness, sparking up the sky like pyro. Wuben lights New York to Cairo. Get grooving with Wuben. Their quality is proven. In the dark of night, they're a spark of brightness to get your night light moving. Wuben's got all kinds of lights to help you bring that shiny bright.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is the E8 ECL Easy Carry Light from Wuben. This is the black edition. It does come with these outstanding magnetized side plates that you can replace with different colors and customize to your liking. It's also got this phenomenal clip, very sturdy clip, very well machined. It's a nice addition. As far as design is concerned, this thing is obviously very crafty. One of the things I say at the end of every video is think outside the box and be creative with your gear. I think this flashlight embodies outside the box and creative thinking for sure. Full disclosure, when I first unboxed this light and held it in my hand, I didn't quite get it. There are some things that we're going to talk about regarding the functionality, like how this thing functions. When I say I didn't get it, I'll just say that, you know, it's designed to be minimalistic and stylistic. So it's not the most intuitive flashlight that I've ever held onto right out of the box, but I carried it for a week. This entire past week, I have carried it with me every single day. I've had it in my pocket every single day, and I've used it every single day. And I have to say, now that I've held on to it and used it and got a chance to play with it, it has definitely grown on me. The E8 definitely gets the award for the piece of EDC that grew on me in the fastest, because my initial impressions of this weren't that high. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you guys. I didn't like this when I first pulled it out of the box. I didn't like some things about the functionality. It does take a little bit of getting used to, especially if you carry other lights by Wuben, because they make other lights that function completely different than this one does. As far as the actual features are concerned, I already talked about these magnetized side plates. One of the things we talk about on the channel a lot is customization. Is, you know, the future of everyday carry involves a lot of customizable gear, in my opinion. So this is definitely going to be one of the most appealing features of the Wuben E8. It does come with different color side plate options that you can swap in and out instead of these clear options. I think these clear ones are kind of cool, but obviously there is a lot of potential here. As far as swapping them out is concerned, it's super easy to just pop these guys off, and they do magnetize to each other, so they kind of stack together, keep themselves as a unit. Then you just grab yourself another color, and it's the same thing. You can just pop these on very, very easily. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot of skill. The one thing I will point out is this is just magnets. So this ease of ability to remove them, it also means that they're easy, in my opinion, to knock off. So, you know, you can. I did, full disclosure, as I carried this around this past week, knock these off a couple of times. So I'll just point out something that is obvious right off the bat. This thing does not need these side plates to work. All right. So the side lights, and it doesn't even look that bad without the thing. Now, the magnets are exposed, so a lot of people might be like, what the F? As far as the light itself, you know, the side lights still work with or without the side plates. So if they ended up bothering you, you could just ultimately remove them and carry this light without the side plates. I think that would be a little bit short-sighted. As far as design is concerned, sometimes style points are worth a little bit of extra effort. So I think it definitely looks cool as hell with the side plates on. So even if you knock these off every now and then, it might be worth it to you. I have no idea. People who are purely about practicality might be annoyed by that. Wuben is always very cool about providing extra O-rings, and in this case, they give you some extra magnets for the side plate. I don't know if the intent is that eventually people will be 3D printing their own side plates, but I mean, the potential is obviously there. And as long as you have these kind of magnets embedded, it will work, presumably. In addition to the side plates, it does come with a couple of accessory options. Wuben also includes a lanyard. Why? It doesn't seem like there's any place to attach a lanyard on this thing. Well, guess what? There's another accessory. It's this little teeny tiny screw with a loop that they sell separately from the E8 flashlight. It screws into the little hole here at the end cap. Now, this entire light functions with one button, and this is the button. It's a flat button with the screw hole in it. You do need to be able to gingerly tap this thing in order to change functions. So one of the things that kind of bothers me is when you do screw the lanyard loop in, you can get it in there nice and tight. It's got an O-ring. It looks fine. And it gives you the ability to attach the lanyard to it. So now you've got a way to wrap this around your wrist. You're not going to drop it. That's great, but the one single button that makes this flashlight function is now slightly obstructed. I'm not going to say that it makes it more difficult. I'm not going to say anything that dramatic, but it does make it slightly more annoying to use this flashlight because this loop doesn't fold flat out of the way. So it's kind of like there. So if you want to turn the flashlight on, you have to now depress your finger against this loop. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's just kind of annoying. Obviously, if you are not a fan of the kind of generic style lanyard that Wuben includes, you can just put your own lanyard on. A little high-vis orange to keep it visible. But again, when you do put a lanyard on, now your one button is slightly obstructed. Just keep that in mind. Everything operates off of this tail switch. So you basically click it once to turn the light on. It's saved in low mode. In order to switch functionality, you have to do this kind of tap dance thing where you tap it once lightly to switch to medium. You tap it again to switch to high. High mode is no joke. You're pumping out 1,300 lumens. And you can run that for about a minute. In low mode, you're talking 10 lumens. That'll run for 30 hours. Medium mode is 150 lumens. That'll run for 3.5 hours. To switch to the different functions, you have to do a sort of quad tap at the back. That pumps on the side lights. These guys right here in a nice lantern mode, putting out some pretty decent light. This is 50 lumens. It's going to run for 4.5 hours. It does have this beacon function, which is 30 lumens and will run for 36 hours. It's got a low mode and a high mode. So you just tap it to switch between those three options. There is low, there is high, and there is your flashing beacon. It basically remembers whatever mode you had it on last. So when you turn it back on, if it was in beacon before, it will still be in beacon. And to switch it into UV mode, you do the same thing where you have to tap it 4 times. That turns on the UV light. And it's a pretty decent UV light, to be honest with you. You can see it's putting out some wattage. This is a 2-watt maximum lumens. It will run for 5.5 hours. So you are really hunting through your hotel room sheets and bathroom if you need it for that long. But if you're taking this out to hunt for like UV glass at the antique market, this will definitely come in handy. So again, the functionality does take a little bit of getting used to. It is not the most intuitive light. I'm a big fan of Wuben flashlights, but this particular one was a little bit perplexing at first. Essentially, you turn it on with one click. That is easy to remember. You turn it off in one click. If all you wanted this flashlight was for one function, it would not be hard to understand at all. But it's when it comes to switching, anybody who has challenges with their dexterity may find this particular light a little bit hard to carry because, again, it takes a ginger touch to switch between the modes. So you turn it on with one click. The switch, you give it a tap for medium, give it a tap for high, you're back to low. But then to switch into your side light mode, you have to give it 4 taps in a row. It's easy to screw up. There you go. Once you get the side light activated, you give it a tap to turn on high mode, a tap to turn on beacon mode, and a tap back to low mode. I like to keep the side lights in high mode because I think it actually puts out a pretty decent lantern style light. Be great for a bedside light or a night light. And then you give it 4 more taps and it goes back to UV mode. So there are people who are going to be endlessly frustrated with the way that this thing changes modes and features. I don't think it's going to please everybody. I think it's definitely going to be a specific type of flashlight fan, somebody who is looking for something unique and something stylistic that is going to appreciate this. Some other features of interest: it is IP68 waterproof rated, so it is going to stand up to some, rain and so forth. So you do not have to be afraid of getting this thing wet. Obviously, you can't run it through the dishwasher. In order to recharge the battery, you do have to remove it from the flashlight and plug it into a USB-C charger. Again, some people are going to find that annoying, but it does leave the light less vulnerable and a little bit more weatherproof. There are extra O-rings, as I mentioned, that are included for this back part. I mean, it's a very cool looking flashlight. They do have a design partner, NAYICI. I am not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try to, but all of their side plates are co-branded as Wuben and that company as well. So it's very clear that a lot of choices intentionally went into the design of this light. So after carrying it for a week, I really did start to appreciate the design features. It's a very creative design. You can see from the front, it has a triangular shape, but it's also like a hexagon. It's six-sided, but it's sort of like three of the sides are a little bit longer than the other three, so it ends up with a triangular hexagonal shape, if that makes any sense. The clip is dope as hell. It's very lightweight. The actual light itself, not very heavy in the hand. As far as the main light functions, it's not super hard to cycle through the different modes just with that single tap. I think it really comes to when it's activating the side lights and the UV light that it's going to start frustrating people. I mean, there, I got it on one try. Switching between the modes on the side light, not too complicated, but then, yeah, see, it took me a couple tries to get the UV light activated. That's just me. Somebody with more dexterity, somebody younger might not have those same challenges, but, it still is not enough to completely turn me off. Again, I don't want to lie about this. This really did frustrate the hell out of me when I first unboxed this light. Now that I've had a chance to carry it and a chance to play with it and engage in it, I do like it a lot more than I did originally. Is this actually a flashlight that I am going to EDC? I don't know. I'm sort of leaning towards no. I'm determined to carry it for another week, so that'll give me 2 weeks total of having this in my pocket every day before I make any final decisions. I might make a follow-up video. I might not. I definitely think that this is going to be very, very appealing to a specific type of EDC person. Again, the future of everyday carry is going to involve a lot more customized gear. Anybody who is into, customizing colors, anybody who is into 3D printing and, magnets and shit like that, they are really going to love this flashlight, especially just the interesting shape alone is worth checking out. Here's the thing about this light that I have a gut feeling on. You're either going to love this flashlight or you are going to hate this flashlight. I don't think there's going to be a lot of middle ground, right? And the only way to determine how much you love or hate it is to actually hold it in your hand. So I think in and of itself is going to be, fun for some people. And I think for other people, they're going to be like, it's not worth it. But I mean, listen, for an EDC flashlight, you're talking 1300 max output lumens. That is not too shabby. That is very bright. You're talking 109 meter beam distance, a built-in UV light, a built-in side light with, lantern functionality. This is definitely something that if you do get used to the single button, functionality and cycling through the different modes, once you get used to the way this thing operates, this is a pretty cool EDC light. It's got all the features that a lot of people are looking for, including that UV functionality, so I definitely think it's worth checking out. The side lights do work without the magnetized side plates, but again, you can get yourself a funky, fresh red, white, and blue motif going on. Very patriotic, very cool. As of the time of this recording, this is available for $60 online. Links are in the description. Use them. There is a very fancy titanium version of this, also available for 160 big ones. I don't know if it's worth that much money, but it definitely looks cool as hell. Listen, when it comes to EDC flashlight options, you gotta think outside the box, be creative with your gear, and have fun with your EDC. This is Suds with Pocket Theory. Carry what you want.